Hi everyone, my name is Harpreet, and in this presentation, I want to share how I listen to the stories from the Stolen Generations. I watched the video titled Stolen Generation Testimonies. I will talk about how I listened, how I felt, and how this experience challenged and reshaped my experience of inclusive practice. I listened to the story carefully and with empathy. I didn't just watch the video, I just paused it so many times and thought deeply and gave myself time to really feel what the storytellers were sharing. I imagined their pain and experiences and reminded myself not to judge or rush to understand. My approach was to listen slowly and deeply, not just with my ears, with my whole body and emotions. I try to imagine being in their shoes. I think that what made my way of listening different is that I didn't try to judge, I just stayed present. Before hearing these stories, I thought I understood what the stolen generation meant. But after listening, I realized I didn't fully understand the pain and the deep loss people went through. I didn't realize how badly this still affect people's lives today. It changed how I see Australia's history. It made me realize that listening to the real voices is very different from just reading history in books. The most powerful moment for me was when a storyteller said that still they feel something is missing in their life after even so many years. It made me feel sad and think about how I would feel if I had been taken away from my parents as a child. That thought stayed with me and made a strong impact. I came from a culture where family and belongings are very important. While listening to the stolen generation stories, I thought of my grandmother's stories about the partition of my country, India, in 1947. How families were separated and children were separated from their parents. This helped me deeply understand the pain of losing family and culture and made me feel more connected to the experiences of Aboriginal people. This way, the way I listen to the story helps me to create more inclusive spaces in my teaching. In week one, I learned that inclusion is not just about letting everyone join in, it's also about making sure people feel seen, heard, and respected. The article Encouraging Belonging and Connectedness, Aero 2023, taught me that being inclusive means truly listening to the real life experiences of children and families, especially those who have been excluded in the past. In week two, we learned about story listening through readings from Stronger Stories and Medium, written by people like Michael Humphrey and Michael Margolis. These articles taught me that being a story listener means more than just hearing someone talk. It means really slowing down, listening with care, and giving people the space to share their stories in their own way. Listening to stories like this helps me building strong relationships. When families know that I really hear them, they trust me more. It also helps me understand each child better, not just by watching or observing them, but by listening to the stories shared by them or their families. In my teaching practice, I will make time and space for children and families to share their stories. This could be through talking, showing photos, sharing cultural items, or just having everyday conversation. I want them to feel that their stories are important and respected. I also want to support other educators to do the same. Story listening is not just like a soft thing, it is an important part of making our learning spaces safe, respectful, and welcoming for everyone. In the end, listening helped me stand up for a kind of education that doesn't just include children, it truly values and respected who they are. Thank you for listening.